All right, everybody, Mr. Hernandez here with an explanation on how to do the nonfiction book reports. Here we go. I start off by going to Canvas, that wonderful app that we always use. I look at the courses, and you're going to notice that you have school counselor course. That means that if you ever need to talk to anybody, you can go to that school counselor course and talk to our school counselor. Whenever you have anything that you want to get off your mind or something that you have in your brain, an idea, a concern, you go there. If you're worried about something, if you're happy about something, you go to her. Okay, so now we go to our baboon. Okay, I'm going to see that I have different days here. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday is where we will go. Now you see each hour that you have of the day tells you what you should be doing. 1:30 to 2, music with Miss Arredondo, okay? Don't forget that one. Here we go. We're going to go to the nonfiction book report. Tomorrow we're going to have a video about Veterans Day, and we're going to read a book about Veterans Day. So I go to my nonfiction book report. Now, some of you are wondering how to do this. Well, name is your name. So I go there and I put my name, Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez. You're going to put your name, of course. Then I go to the date. Go to the date. Okay, you can put November, period, 9. There we go. Now, book title is the name of the book. Author is the person that wrote the book, so we're going to go and look for that right now. So here we go. I picked this book about insects on Epic. Now, a non-fiction book is about a real-life thing that you can prove that's happening, that you can find around the world. You can see anywhere in your real life. This is about insects. So here, I'm going to highlight it. That is the name of the book. So I can copy it, and I go back, and that's the book title. And I press right here on my screen, and I put paste, insects. Now I go back, and it says by Alan Murray. So I click on that, I touch the next part here, and I go to copy. Same thing again. That's the author. Author is the person that wrote the book. So I push the screen there and I put paste. Okay, author now. The 3 most interesting facts I have learned. The 3 most interesting facts. Now this means interesting, means the coolest things, the things you like the most. Facts are things that you learned in the book. So we're going to pick 3 things that we learned in the book. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to start to read it. What is an insect? An ant is an insect. So is a grasshopper and a moth. How are they alike? Count their legs. Adult insects have 6. That's more than birds, lizards, or mice. Spiders and ticks creep around on 8 legs. So they're not insects either. But beetles, cockroaches, and water bugs are. How many kinds of insects are there? Q means question. A. Answer. So far, scientists have discovered about 1 million. They are finding more every day. A flower beetle crawls around on 6 legs. It is an insect. So I go back and I see what I learned. An ant is an insect. So is a grasshopper. Around, that's another word. See, and it tells you, you go on there and it tells you the meaning of words. So it says, so is a grasshopper and a moth. How are they alike? Count their legs. Adult insects have 6. So adult insects have 6 legs. Okay, a flower beetle crawls around on 6 legs. It is an insect. So I'm starting to learn things by reading this book. Okay, and I'm going to do a picture walk. I look at the story. I look at the different pictures and I read around. Wow, look, it has a plant eating a bug, an insect. I see another one. Here I see 6 legs. Okay, I look around. I look at the different words and pictures. I look at words that are a different color and they're bigger than the other words. Those are probably important. They're called bold words. So I go back and I look around. Look, there's a lot of different things. A glossary where you have new words that you learn. So I go back. Okay, and I'm going to read something that it says in one of the pages of the book. Okay? So here we go. Some insects live in colonies. They work as a team to gather food. So some insects work as a team to gather food. That's one thing I learned. So I'm going to go back to Canvas. I got to go back to my homework assignment. I go back to Monday. I go back to Nonfiction Book Report. I go to Nonfiction Book Report. Okay, it took off some of the things that I wrote. Okay, well, no problem. Okay. I go back and I look at the author. Okay, insects. I do the same thing. Copy. Insects by Alan Morey. And I touch with my finger, and then that little window pops up, that little box, and I put paste. So the 3 most interesting facts I learned. So facts are things that you learn in the book. So I learned an ant is an insect. You could even say that. Number 1. And I go and I type that in. An ant is an insect. And you might even want to put the page number that you found that on. I see it's on page number 4, so I'm going to go and be extra cool. And I'm going to write the abbreviation. I'm going to go back and I'm going to put page, period, 4. That means that's where I found it. Okay, I found that information on page 4. Now, new words I learned. Now, some books that are nonfiction, at the very end of the book, they have something called a glossary. A glossary. Say that again, glossary. The glossary tells you words that you could learn. So one word I'm going to put is a word that's cool to me is, I see a word that says predator, an animal that hunts other animals for food. I like that word. And now I go over here. Word, predator. Okay, misspelling. Predator. Done. And I put in what it means. Let's see. An animal that hunts other animals for food. Period. Done. So I can stretch it and have it fit there. There we go. An animal that hunts other animals for food. That's a word that I learned. Now, a question I still have. Here I write about a question I may have. So what's a question I have about the story? I can say, are spiders insects? Maybe I need to reread it. And I put the question mark. Star rating here, where it has the little stars, you highlight the number of stars that you want to give the book. Maybe I liked it a little bit and I give it 1 star. Maybe I liked it so-so, I give it 2 stars. Maybe I liked it and it was good to me, it was cool. Or maybe I thought it was awesome and you explain why. I liked the book because, and that's how you started. And now illustration, you write or you create a drawing. So I'm going to write an insect. Has 6 legs, remember? And I make my insect. That's an ant, my example of an ant. And that's what you do for your nonfiction book report. This is a book about something real. Alrighty, Mr. Hernandez signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends and kids in other grades to follow my channel. Bye, everybody.